So my son was smart. I was in the shower one day, and it was, oh God, it had to be 100 degrees in Georgia. He decided he was going to slip in there in the bedroom, and he was going to swap them out. He went in there, that little stinker went in that bedroom. He got his daddy out, put it in with her mama, put her mom out, put it in with his daddy. I don't know how they ended up. So I get out of the shower, my daughter is screaming to the top of her lungs. He always gets mine. I don't know why. You let him get away with everything. Nee, 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 nee. I said, Wes, son, what did you do? I just put her daddy in with my mama and my mama in with her daddy, and I'm going to have me some babies too. Well, I looked and the bedroom door was shut up. I opened that door and this heat wave just whoosh right in my face. I said, Wes, what are you doing, trying to kill them? There they lay, just tongue was hanging out. They looked half dead. He said, I said, son, explain to me why you done that, because you're going to kill them hamsters. He said, Mama, my God, Mama. He said, don't you remember that lady at the pet store said they had to be in heat to have babies? I said, oh, Lord, this is one for your daddy. It ain't mine. It just ain't mine. I can't deal with him. He's 36 years old, y'all, and I still can't deal with him. He has one daughter. I asked his wife, so did he lock you up in the bedroom? Did he cut the air off? Did he put you in heat? That's what I want to know. I'm sorry, I had to make notes. Okay. Speaking of being in the country, my mother used to give us what we call spit baths. Anybody in here had a spit bath? That's a nasty thing to ever make. You got a little crumb right here on your top. Come here, honey. And they'd go licking and wiping, and it's nasty, nasty. But I got one better than that. My grandma. My daddy's mama. God help that woman. We was over at her house one day, and I got stung by a bee. Here I go flying in the house. Grandma, Grandma, I got stung by a bee. Now, my grandma was 4 foot by 4 foot. And she was one of the most kindest women I have ever known in my life. And I'm not saying that just because she's my grandma. She'd say, come here, baby, come here. And she'd grab, it was usually an arm or a finger or a hand or whatever that you got stung on. Hear the snuffing be a drooling. She'd grab it up and go, and there it was. She said, don't you touch that. You let it stay on there. I said, that must have been a country thing, because I don't believe everybody in this world done that. Oh, me. Speaking of my grandma had to have a hip replacement. So I was at the hospital the day after surgery, and she kept slinging that bad leg over the side rail of the bed. I said, Grandma, I said, please don't put your leg over that side rail. She said, honey, I just got to put my foot on the floor. Just let me get my foot on the floor. I said, sweetie, you can't put your foot on the floor. You just had a hip replacement. Well, she'd wait a little bit. In a few minutes, here go that leg. There you go again. I got down a little close. I said, Grandma, don't you put your leg on that floor again. Don't try. Don't even try. About that time before I knew it, she said, wham! Honey, she done rung my jaws. Oh my God. That woman rung my jaws. I couldn't do nothing but say, thank you, Grandma. I mean, you know, I was like down in her face, and she was in pain, I reckon, because she sure rung my face off. Okay. This is my and my husband, I lost count. I can't remember if it's 21 or 22 cruise. We are addicted, big time. All of them but one has been with Carnival. And we'll stay with Carnival. Again, my son. The first year that we cruised was 1994. We cruised on the Fantasy. Now, back in them days, right above the deck that the tail fin is on, used to be a topless deck. That was in the day. My son was 15. Him and his little friend from Camp Carnival found that topless deck. So about the time they done figured out what they done seen up there on that topless deck, down they come, down them little steps. It was about this wide. I ain't lying. Well, two crew members was going up them steps and they wouldn't move. They was just stood there. And there stood my son and his friend. That little crew member looked at my son and he says, "You see something?" And the crew member looked at him and says, "Oh, yes, he sees something nice, bright and shiny now." Yeah, he tried to go back. I like to beat him to death. We always stay or try, we always, yeah, I'm gonna say always because we do. We always book midship. We love midship. You can go just about anywhere at the same distance. Well, this time kind of was a last minuter, and we ended up at the back of the ship. Y'all know that pretty blue carpet down through there, down that aisle? First night I walked out, seeing that long blue carpet. I was scared to death. I was walking the Blue Mile and I was going to find Tom Hanks at the other end. I just know that. I said, my God, that's 400 miles down that aisle. I didn't want to walk it, but it's all right. I need it. I professionally am a nurse. Thank you. We have like a whole family of nurses. I'm a nurse, my husband's a nurse, my niece is a nurse, my daughter is a nurse, my cousin is a nurse, and our two best friends are nurses. My daughter swears it's a congenital defect in our family, you know. I chose hospice. To me, hospice is awesome. I've been a nurse since '86, but a hospice nurse for 5 years. I love it. Now, hospice is a very, very easy burnout job. I mean, if you think about it, you know, you got a lot going on that's kind of, you know, on the end of things. No pun intended. So a bunch of us nurses got together and we decided we was going to make up our own initials for diagnoses. We decided, you know, like CHF is congestive heart failure. Yeah, well, we made up our own. TTJ. The patient transferred to Jesus. Or CD, a patient had a celestial discharge. No, don't do that. The patient was FOS. They was full of something. They had a DFO. I'll get it out in a minute. They done fell out. And last but not least, they have CRS, and that is can't remember Nothing. Thank y'all. Have a good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have together for Suzanne! Alright. Suzanne, come on forward. Where are you going? Go to the front. There you go. Alright, stand right there. Perfect.
Okay,
Alright, so you're a nurse.
Yes.
Do you do stand up at home?
No, everybody just says I'm stupid. I love to cut up. I love to make people laugh.
There you go. Alright, who are you cruising with?
Oh my wonderful husband of 37 years.
Terry, where are you? This is Terry, everybody.
My cousin Jeff and his wife Tony and their 3 children, and our best friends in the whole wide world, James and Brenda, and their son and daughter-in-law and child.
Just a whole bunch of people.
A whole bunch of people.
Alrighty, well, we're going to prize for you. You're going to bring out Ashley here. We've got a lovely bottle of champagne and one of those trophies for you. Let's hear it for Suzanne, everybody. There you go. Alrighty. We're going to bring our next performance to the stage, ladies.